Hey everyone, this is NHL News Reports. We're back in the video, and today we're talking about where should Michkov go? Second overall, third overall. Obviously, this is early. Today is December 25th of 2022. Obviously, the draft is in June, but where could he go? Michkov is a guy who's a extremely talented offensive caliber player. Obviously, he plays right wing. He's 18, 148 pounds right now, but he's a very good player. He's Russian, too. So, looking at, there's a lot of great Russian players too who have tremendous skill. We can just think a bunch of them. One of the greatest goal scorers of all time, or will be the greatest goal scorer of all time. Ovechkin, you got Kucherov, you got so many other positions out there, just to name a few. But Michkov is a fantastic talent. The thing is, he will not be able to play in the NHL until 2026. And why is that? Because Michkov has signed a KHL contract in Russia until 2026. So whoever picks him up will have to wait to sign him. Yeah, they're gonna have to wait to sign him. Yeah. But it might be worth the wait, though. It might be worth the wait. As soon as 2026 happens, and you can sign him, and you can have him part of your team, he's going to be instant impact. I'm thinking of like a Kirill Kaprizov, but younger. Have that instant impact. You know how he had that instant impact? He just came in unbelievably, won the Calder, and just dominated, up to this time, continues to be amazing. If Michkov can stay in the KHL and just tear it up, until 2026, that might be worth the wait. You know, if you don't mind waiting, there you go. You got a absolutely top line player with tremendous talent. But if you don't, like some teams might not want to wait, that's a whole nother story. But if you're just going through rebuild now, and if you bring in Michkov and you want to wait and you want to be patient with him until he comes over and you hope that he signs, there's a risk to it, obviously. But if you can sign him, congratulations, you just got a franchise player there. You do. So the thing is, where is Michkov going to go? Michkov is like I said, franchise-altering guy. If he becomes that, he has such a good possibility of being that guy. Um, but, should he go second? Should he go third? And it really depends on what team, really. So let me do a 2023 NHL Draft Simulator. Let me do like 5 times and see what we get. Alright, let me see in the lottery. What do we got? San Jose, number 1. Number 2 is Montreal. They move up. So San Jose moves up 3 spots. Montreal moves up 6 spots. Chicago moves down 2 spots at number 3. If I'm in Chicago, let's say Montreal skips on Michkov. Let's say top 3. Okay. Bedard goes number 1. So Bedard goes to the Sharks. Let's say Montreal takes Fantelli. And then let's say Chicago goes for Michkov. And that would be perfect for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are going to just start a rebuild now. By the time they start getting going with what they're doing here, they can have a quite amazing winger on their hands. So I would say it's worth the wait for the Blackhawks. It's definitely worth the wait. Let's do it again. Let's see what happens. Does he go to 4th or 5th? I don't know. It depends on the team. I don't think so. Okay, Anaheim, number 1. They move up a spot. Columbus moves up a spot. Chicago goes down 2 spots at number 3. Let's try again. So you can get number 3. Okay. Chicago, number 1. So Bedard, maybe Fantelli goes to the Flyers. Could potentially go to the Flyers. It's just, they in the Flyers, where do they think they are? For us, a lot of fans out there think they should go through rebuild, including myself. But do the Flyers envision themselves as the, rebuilding team? I just don't feel like they are. You know what I mean? So will they go for Michkov? I don't know. And they have Anaheim, who could they wait for him? They have a lot of great prospects, so they could wait for him though. If you're gonna add that to Zegras and Michkov and McTavish, Just imagine that. You know what I mean? Let's do it two more times, actually. Why not? Let's do it two more times. Let's do it again. Trying to wait for Chicago stopping number 3. Actually, one of them I just saw, the Florida pick goes number 1, and that's Montreal. Wouldn't that be crazy? That would be crazy. Um, Anaheim, come on. Chicago, Anaheim. I don't think we're going to get more than that. So I think Anaheim, Chicago would be teams definitely Michkov could go to. Columbus, it's another one. That could be an interesting one for the Blue Jackets, Columbus. I see third overall. Let's see anyone else. I'll give it a chance again. Um, let's see one more time. Let's see what do we get. A lot. Chicago's going third overall a bunch of times here. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are the ones. Anaheim, Columbus, maybe Montreal. You think of some teams here. Um, that could. You know what I mean? So there you go. You know what I mean? That he can go to. So looking at his stats now, in the VHL, so that's kind of like the AHL of um the NHL. NHL, AHL, ECHL. So for Russia, it kind of goes KHL, it's like the NHL, VHL is like the KHL, and the ECHL is like the MHL. So VHL, 14 points in 12 games. That's like being the AHL and getting 14 points in 12 games. That's pretty good. That is really good. 10 goals in 12 games. Let's say that in the AHL you're going to be called up, right? Especially if you have really good talent. So there you go. In the KHL now, he's been loaned to the KHL. In 2 games, he's got 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 point. So there's definitely time to grow. He's only 18, man, but he can grow and become a fantastic player. Now, just looking at top 5 here, what do we got top 5? Just want to review what we got top 5. What is he competing with? It's definitely good to look at. What do we got? Um, Obviously Connor Bedard most likely goes number 1, right? I know people say, there's always that second, overall trying to get number 1. Could he go number 1? But Bedard is the clear-cut number 1 guy. Yeah, Connor Bedard's got to go number 1. He's your McDavid Matthews caliber player, and he's a franchise-altering guy. Why would you want to pass up on him? If you can pick him, hey, pick him. Fantilli's another fantastic. People are like, can he pass Bedard? I still think Bedard goes number 1. There is no chance. But Fantilli is very good. Unbelievable skill. He's that, great, the skillful guys. He has, size, speed, skill. I would say he goes number 2, and maybe Michkov goes number 3. And you have like Leo Carlson, which Leo Carlson has actually done quite amazing in the SHL. I believe he's playing the SHL right now. Um, let's see, Leo Carlson. Trying to think, where's Leo Carlson? But Leo Carlson is excellent. Yeah, he's really good this year in Sweden. He's been great with size, offensive skill, can play with the wing. The Hawks need that high on and talent like a Michkov, Leo Carlson. Definitely, they could use that to add to the young core for the rebuild. Would be good. And you have Dvorsky here, who's Slovakian. He's another really good pick here. He's a center. He has great vision. It's a really good pick there. A center, really good center with two-way vision. He has skill. Um, just a really good, smart hockey player. That's good to see. And then you have Will Smith, who's an electrifying guy, who's been unbelievable in Boston College this year. He just has a great offensive toolbox, for him. He has just so much skill, so much in his toolbox to do so many things he could. You know what I mean? And then you have Brandon Yago. And Yago could be a winger. They have him as center, but he could be a winger for sure. He has a really hard shot, produces offensively. But he's a really good player in the WHL right now, so he's excellent. He really is. So, these are all centers. But that's top five. You have no defense in top five. Someone who could go defense in the top 10 could be Cam Allen. And he plays for the OHL for Gulf Storm. So, that's in top 10. That's one player in the top 10. That's about it. Everyone else is centers or winger, like Michkov. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, there really isn't any defenseman in like the top 20 except like two. You know what I mean? So there you go. Thanks for watching. I do think he goes third, but it does depend on the team. The Blackhawks go second, and they want to take, but Fantelli, why would you want to pass up on a center though? But if you want to have the worth the wait, if you want to wait, go ahead. I do think he'll go third, but he is a fantastic player, as Michkov. No doubt, he's fantastic. But Fantelli's been amazing. Um, this year in NCAA in Michigan, University. So, thanks for watching. I do think third overall, but he has tremendous talent. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.